teleported to another world. A strange dimension where science fiction and fantasy become a reality. A multiverse where movies, television, and pop culture break the very fabric of space and time. You have entered Dimension M.
Okay, so welcome geeks, nerds, and film lovers. Today we are reviewing the ill-fated Fantastic Four film. Is it the 2015 version that all the fanboys are already hating on?
No, it's next week.
Nope. It is not that one. Is it the 2005-2007 version, you ask? No, it's not that horrible version either. Nope. It is the 1994 unreleased independent Fantastic Four. Let me just show you a little clip.
It's problem time!
Someone put time into this.
Exactly.
Someone sat back.
Ladies and gentlemen, that just happened.
Someone sat back.
Well, I mean,
thought about
it happened forever ago.
Wrote
Yes.
it down. Came to a point where they said, "This is a good idea." When does the good idea stop?
Yes. Initial reactions to this masterpiece.
Not good for me, because usually when I see a movie, like a superhero movie, I get excited. I'm like, oh my god, I want to be that character. I did not want to be one character on this movie. Right. I got more and more depressed watching the movie.
Michael?
I just wasn't there.
They look like cosplayers. I was hoping they would be.
And actually, I'm glad you said that, because I feel like if we saw them at Comic-Con, like, it would be really good cosplay.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
The costumes were good. They were on point with the costumes, but just so much.
Yes.
So
much. What are some key moments that stand out in your heads?
I'm still trying to understand, like, what was it, Reed's, like, 2-inch high laser grid? Who is that gonna stop, mice?
I don't know.
I really wonder. Like, it was so low to the ground.
Sonnis is not liking this film.
Yeah, and like the shield scene where they're all trapped and he decides to use his foot to kick the whole laser machine over.
I just love how Reed was calm in everything.
Careful, I must be in shock. I don't feel any pain.
When they first discovered the pals, he's like, alright, we'll deal with this tomorrow.
What should we do, Reed? What should we do?
First thing we're gonna do is get some rest.
And then when they were all getting electrocuted and fried by lasers, and Sue was screaming at the top of her lungs, he's like, okay, well...
He didn't care. He just looked to the right like, what's her problem?
I know.
He kept going with it. Like,
why are you screaming, woman?
Why?
Yeah.
And Sue and her Johnny's naive mother, like, why would you let your
Where
children
did she come from?
Wait, okay, so who was their mom? Who was Mrs. Storm?
Mrs. Storm.
But what is her relation to Reed Richards? Was he like their uncle?
Well, she seemed more closer to Ben, like, are you gonna take our kid to sleep?
I'm Mrs. Storm. Johnny and Susan go to outer space with us?
Well, I don't know, dear. You'll have to ask them.
Wait, what?
What qualified them to even do this trip?
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't see no certification. I didn't see no college training. Nothing.
Yeah, worst mom ever.
Don't let anything happen to my babies.
I just want to know, how did she even know them? You guys were into science and homeless, and I fed you, and you saw my children and my daughter
that
once.
was kind of odd.
It was like a field trip. Like she basically signed a permission slip, and they got to go to space.
Ben is a very touchy guy.
Yeah. Let me point out.
Come here, Richard. Come here. Just come here.
Come here. Come on.
Just come in.
There was a few awkward moments in there.
Very.
There was the moment between Reed and Ben. There was a weird moment with like the face touching with like Doom and the.
Yeah, he's like touching her teeth. He's like
Doom himself.
He was like all in her mouth. He was like
all of Doom was just like.
There was the blind girl in the clay and like she kisses it and like rubs it on her lips.
I totally got like a Ghost Part 3 from that. Like, I was waiting for Whoopi to come out and help her out.
I want to talk about the Thing's costume.
Not good at all.
I actually don't think it was that horrible.
I feel
some
bad.
angles it was good, but then some angles like they had a half-ass suit and then they had a cool suit.
Yeah, it looked like the old drawings, like a lot of the old curvy stuff.
Yeah.
Like it would look good, then it would look bad, then it would look odd, and then like to the side.
Yes,
Like nobody wanted to touch it. Anytime he got into a fight scene, he'd swing his arms and then like somebody would go flying before.
28, 27.
The famous backhand hit.
This move.
That always shows that you're strong when you go.
He did that like 3 times. I like the costume. As Sonnis said the other day, it looked like a prehistoric turtle.
It did, like freshly born out the egg, like like right when you come out the egg, like.
Yeah, I thought it looked okay.
It wasn't it wasn't the costume. It was the lips on the costume that got me because like every 10 minutes it was just like
yeah, I feel like
and you know it's like 8 different men controlling like 8 parts of the lip. Like we're gonna go down and up to the left.
yeah, it was like their first animatronic test on a costume ever.
That was alright.
Like they were like this was really ambitious for a movie that was shot for $50. Like every time he did flame on, it was just his hand. It was like flame on.
Yeah, and like he always do a fireball and missed.
Well, interesting fact about the guy that plays Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch. So the actor's name is Jay Underwood, and get this because we were just talking about this the other day. He is the same kid who played Chip the android on Not Quite Human.
He
Really?
Yes.
He looked familiar.
Really?
That's what I thought so.
And that plastic
Stick
face.
to that, homeboy. Don't do nothing else.
Everyone enjoys a good laugh.
Just stick to that.
People
It's
remember
funny 'cause,
that movie. They
We were
remember.
discussing like actually reviewing that movie at some point.
I used to watch that. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
have to.
Bird Eichinger, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, the producer of this film, actually went on to produce the 2005 and 2007 Fantastic Four.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. Yes, correct. Oh no.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same producer. So I guess that's very interesting as well.
I'm still thinking about like Doom needed to keep his hands to himself. It's
Yeah,
like
this-
the costumes. Well, at least Doom looked like himself. I like the look of the costume, but for whatever reason, it's like his gloves are made out of beer cans.
It's this. Look at it. See it.
And he could not get enough of that clicking sound.
It was
like,
plastic. Like they're supposed to be metal, and it sounded like clicking.
it was weird.
He wanted to make
That
sure
he just
used
had
that
to
finger.
touch everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
And I honestly, Doom was my favorite just because I felt like he was overacting. I felt like the director was like, okay, I need you to emote through your costume. And he took it literally.
He did it
and it was
way
like,
too
you shall be destroyed.
Everyone
Fantastic
in
Four.
hoodies,
over
in green
there,
hoodies, because
and
you
over
are
here in space.
Or no,
and you
the
will die.
henchman, his henchman, when he asked his henchman to grab the queen, and he's just like,
Yeah.
it was no fade out or fade in. He just kept going
Yeah.
into her.
Another-
like I still don't. Who was that? I still don't know. Was it Mole Man? Was it a hobo? Like baby
Nah,
Mole
he's
Man?
called the jeweler. The Jew.
Jewel Mole Man.
I think he was the mole man's like third cousin.
He tried.
we
He's
thought
the
he
one
was
that
gonna-
stayed on the other side of the city. Like,
I did like Doom. I thought Doom was
for
so
a comedy,
perfect.
a comedy effect.
So perfect, super villain.
95% of the movie, you just see like a slant of light in his eye. Find him.
Perfect. Do not fail me.
Bring them to me.
Yeah, what was that shot? Like, it was a good shot, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that was the only good shot.
Like,
Overused.
I expect the laser to be fully operational upon my return.
Yeah,
Like,
he was always like talking through the crack of a door. Come to me. Tell me where they are.
Good. Very good.
Like, we like the shot, it's creative. Like, move on. We
Yeah.
should see some other shots of Doom. Okay, I never understood what they wanted from the planet Colossus. What was so special about it? They wanted to observe it? Or, like, what was the machine they were building in the first place? What did it do? Like, I did not understand their mission.
didn't
They had a
establish that.
science trident that like used Mario paint to like suck it down from space.
But, like, what were they trying to do, though?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like they're trying to capture it, go to it.
As Sonnis mentioned, the university, Reed's University, where all
Every-
45-year-olds go to.
Yeah, every student was over 45 of age. Like, the varsity player was like 54. He's like, hey, Rich, you still trying to be? I'm like, dude, you just discovered about prostate cancer.
Which brings up another great point, which is when Reed first met Sue and Johnny, Sue and Johnny were like 12 and 10.
Yeah, what?
Fresh out of
They
junior high.
had backpacks.
Like
So
Sue didn't have hair down there. She was just,
so and
That was terrible.
And Reed was at least okay. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Just hit 45.
He was 45, but let's say he was supposed to be college aged in college. So what? He was like 20s, and she was
28.
She was, what, 11 and a half?
yeah. Again, Mrs. Storm, worst mom ever. Let's talk about the positive. Let's find something positive in this film.
The suits were good. The suits were good because they looked at the original suits.
Sure.
Especially the thing when he went from pants to underwear. And
Think Speedos is definitely comic book history. Good, positive. Let's find the positive in this film.
I'm digging. I'm digging.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like, where? I'm searching and searching. I'm like,
It
where?
was kind of cool to see Johnny actually fly until he got a laser in the ass. But
Yeah, it was actually cool to see that they went. You know what? I thought it was going to be limited to Sue disappearing in the middle of people and them doing that stupid like bump into each other move.
Yeah.
And then, but she actually used a force field at the end.
Johnny and his rocket takeoff.
And I'm glad they did that because I thought it was going to be limited to Johnny just like doing this,
hand shit,
this
yeah.
animated
Yeah.
flame
Flame on my hand.
at the screen the whole time, but it actually turned into
Yeah.
the Human Torch, which is good
Yeah, I'm
job.
giving that. They did.
Even though half of the time I didn't know where I was in the movie, at least two of the map paintings looked good. I was like, oh, there's a neat looking
Yeah.
tower.
Yeah,
Why did the Baxter building have 4 4s on it?
Yeah.
Why did anything exist in this movie?
No, it kills me because I love these characters. I want to see them. I want to see somebody do right by them. At least someone
Yeah,
tried.
you know, like,
It's like, you guys tried, and we actually watched it.
Yeah.
Someone watched it.
Imagine making something like it, as bad as it is. There was a lot of effort put into this movie.
Yeah,
It was.
I'm pretty sure.
So if all this effort and all this acting and all these days, like imagine for your movie or film not to get shown somewhere, like
yeah, that would
Yeah,
suck though.
that would- that
Because
would
they
hurt.
finished it, they completed it. They came to work on time.
yeah, like they were dedicated to the roles. Okay, I guess the council shall deliberate on the final judgments. William, let's begin with you. What do you deem this movie?
I'll give it. I was gonna give it like an C plus. C plus is okay.
C plus. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, so it's okay.
You can, if you try, you can watch it, and if you like the Fantastic Four in any way, shape, or form, they look like the Fantastic Four. They're on the screen.
That's about it. That's about it. Okay, so to you, it's a little mediocre.
It's mediocre.
Mediocre. Okay, Sonnis.
Ah, man. Usually I try to stick up for these films, but I did not like this. It just did not give me that satisfaction that I seen a tight superhero movie finally on film. Like real life superheroes, I did not get that feeling. I wasn't happy. This has gone beyond mediocre. This is horrible. Horrible ochre. Can I say that?
Would you
Horrible
say
ochre?
it's not worthy?
Beyond not worthy?
You are unworthy of these realms, unworthy of your title. You're unworthy.
I hope you guys got paid for that shit too. Because put it in your 401k or something.
401k.
You might not reap the benefits of it, but maybe your children can.
Where are these actors, seriously? If it was $1 million budget, like, how much did each actor
That pretty much
get?
tells you there. You ain't seen none of them lately.
Done. So, if you guys are interested, there's actually a documentary on YouTube, or not, it's on the internet. It's called Doomed, The Untold Story of Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four. So this is actually a documentary where they actually talk to the director and the producer and the actors, and they kind of discuss why this movie exists and why it happened. So go check it out. It's a pretty interesting documentary. Again, I wanted to like this movie.
I did too. Like
And
I was hoping it was that little thing that we all wanted to be bad, but then
Because it's a Marvel movie. You're
entertaining.
not supposed to be disappointed with a Marvel movie.
I just thought it would be so campy and so bad that it would be good. Like Troll 2.
Do you want some, Joshua?
But I wanted to like it because it was so bad, just so we can laugh at it.
Yeah.
But it kind of dragged a little bit for me. It was just
they were trying.
It was bad, but it wasn't good bad. It was
It was very
Like if a
overly
student
ambitious.
did that, I'd be like, that was pretty good. But these are fucking
the
professionals,
first year
like
of film school.
yeah, like he just got the camera and a computer.
Yeah.
They're like here.
I don't know. There are really funny parts and there are really funny moments, and I recommend for any Marvel fan or any just B movie fan or any film fan just to watch it again, just to laugh at it. But it's not. I don't think it will survive more than one viewing. I don't think it's something you can watch over and over. So that is our judgment of Fantastic Four. And later this month, the new Fantastic Four comes out. I'm not really having high hopes for that one either. I'll be very honest right now. I hope it does well.
Ben needs pants.
But
Johnny's black?
Johnny's black. Oh man. So
We didn't ask for that.
Nothing wrong with that, but we'll see.
Save
We'll see.
Save that for
Stay
next
tuned.
week, and we'll
Stay
discuss
tuned.
Black Johnny and amongst some other things. And in the meantime,